Hi, I'm Lori from Local Life, and welcome to my kitchen. Tomato, however you say it, tomatoes bring in the summer. Every summer, I think I look most forward to, well, the corn, but definitely a vine-ripened tomato. There's nothing better. And in the summer, you also have a lot of family gatherings, a lot of people that come over, and often they say, can you bring a dish? And I have the perfect dish for us today. I'm doing a tomato caprese. It's absolutely fabulous. Caprese was first, I think, invented obviously in Italy. From Capri, I believe it's a city there. Haven't been there, need to go. Anybody want to take me? Bring me. So I thought today what I would do is make two different versions of the caprese. You could have one that you could sit tableside along another great meal with corn on the cob and hamburgers. Or you can have one that you could take as finger food to a party you're going to and make it a little bit easier and friendlier to eat. When making a dish like this with so few ingredients, make sure that the ingredients are the best quality you can get. So tomatoes, you can use actually anything that's in season or that you can find at your market. During the winter, I still like to have a caprese, and I can find these. They're called Caprese tomatoes. They're smaller, but for some reason, I have found these so much sweeter and better than the Roma tomatoes in the winter, so I use these a lot. And then also, I'm going to be using cherry tomatoes, and these are the ones that I'm going to use to make it easier to take to someone's house. The second ingredient I'm going to use is a mozzarella cheese, buffalo mozzarella cheese. Make sure that it's fresh mozzarella. It's really, I almost sounded Italian when I said that. Maybe I got a little Italian thrown in me. But anyway, the fresh mozzarella is so good, and I've gone ahead and sliced it up. You can also get these little mozzarella balls that, once again, see a pattern going here? The last ingredient, well, not the last ingredient, the last special ingredient is basil. And if you want to put a ribbon on this, you can, but this is my basil. I have been growing literally for like maybe 2 weeks. So if you go to Green Thumb or one of the nurseries here, get some great basil. If you've never grown it at home, you've got to do it. Just get a little container, put it in a pot, give it some love, give it some water, put it on the front porch, and you can have this. And it will last all summer. Actually, to the point where I have so much of this, what I decide to do is I put it in a food processor with a little bit of olive oil, stick it in a freezer bag, stick it in the freezer, and then you know what happens? In February, I take it out, put it with some pasta, make a little pesto, and I feel like I have summer in my kitchen in February. It's absolutely perfect. It freezes fantastically. The other ingredients I'm going to be using today is from the Hilton Head olive oils. This particular one is their signature aged balsamic. It's so good. It's sweet. It's thick. It's just absolutely perfect. And just to make it a little special, just to elevate the levels of flavors of the herb, this is their Tuscan herb olive oil. It's just a little splash of that, takes it to that next level. Speaking of next level, check this out. From the spice and tea, this is my new love. It's finishing salt. Where have I been my whole life? I am kind of old, and I have never in my life used finishing salts, and now I can't finish any dinner without a finishing salt. So those are the simple ingredients. I think all we have to do is get our assembly line here. So you just start with your tomatoes. I always use a serrated knife with my tomatoes, because it cuts, it's kind of like bread. You don't want to shred it. So these are super easy. You don't have to peel them. The other thing about basil, chefs would say it should be torn because they bruise. I like to chiffonade, which is a real technical tool term that I learned a long time ago. It's you roll your basil up into a little log like this, and then you just simply take your knife through. I find the bite is easier. Okay, so I'm just gonna basically start this on a platter. And what I do in this method is I repeat it without the basil inside on this particular one, because I'm gonna sprinkle the basil on top. And we'll just keep going. The next thing I'm gonna do is take my chiffonade. You also wanna make it a little bit, maybe about 15-20 minutes before you serve it. It needs time to marry a little bit. Don't ever put your tomatoes or your basil in the refrigerator. They hate the cold. It'll take away all the flavor, and you won't like that. So let's start with our 800 billion year old signature aged balsamic. And when I pour this out, you'll see how unbelievable it is. And you want to just lightly drizzle it over. I'm telling you, it's game changer, game changer. I've used a lot of balsamic but nothing like this. Tiny bit of little, she said like a little surprise, just like, hello, we're gonna wake you up, just a little surprise. And then, of course, for my new found love, our finishing salts. So that's step one. That one you can sit beside your people at a table and everybody can dip their forks and have fun. The one that's a little bit more friendly could be with these skewers. You can get these long skewers, so you can make them super long, or I found these really cool short ones that you can get. And it just takes it and elevates it a little bit. So what you do, this one you can rip it and be authentic. So then you just take this, you just simply skewer that tomato, start building your flag. Isn't that so pretty? And then all you do with this, once again, is you take your, I'm gonna start with the Tuscany oil since I've got it out, give it a little sprinkle. This unbelievable drizzle, look at that. And then the finishing part, gonna finish our meal. So there it is, my tomato caprese. So let's dive in. Let's see. I can tell you right now, that vinegar, game changer. So, when you're doing a tomato caprese, what's the best wine to pair it with? I researched the heck out of it, and they said a Sauvignon Blanc was perfect because it's got that acidity just like the tomatoes have. And this is Decoy. Decoy is a fabulous, fabulous wine. So, let's see how it pairs. I can try that. Nothing like a nice Sauvignon Blanc on a very warm day. So let's see. Smells delicious. Let's see. You've got to try the tomato caprese and try it with a Sauvignon Blanc. It will change at least your day. From my kitchen to yours, bon appetit.